Today we're going to do a really random video. We're going to place a bunch of things into categories: underrated, properly rated, or overrated. I've got like 15 or 20, so we'll see how this goes. Let me know which ones you disagree with the strongest. Okay, first, Las Vegas. I'm very anti Las Vegas. I think it can be fun for 24 hours, maybe a couple hours at the casinos, go to the club one night. That's a good day. But anything past 24, I'm definitely out on. I like the heat, but it's even too hot there. Um, so yeah, I'm just out on Las Vegas. I think it's a very overrated city. I want to be in Vegas like once every 5 years for the rest of my life. No, no more. All right, next up we have eating dinner alone. Some people are comfortable with it. Some people would never do it in their lives. I've got this in properly rated because I would do it if I'm traveling, if I'm, in a city alone. I don't really have a problem with it, but I don't have any interest in going out to eat like here in Denver for dinner when I'm by myself. So I think this is properly rated. On the other hand, eating breakfast alone, I'm a big fan of. Love waking up on a Saturday, Sunday, going to get some brunch, get a skillet at the diner by yourself, got the old ladies sitting by you. It's a good experience eating breakfast alone. So, got that in underrated. All right, now we got sandals. Not a fan of sandals. Not a foot guy. Don't like others people's feet, and definitely do not like my own feet. So I don't want people looking at my toes. I do like slides a lot. I wear slides quite frequently. Typically, I wear socks with them, which is kind of controversial, but I think the socks slides works. But sandals, never owned a pair in my life. Don't plan on ever owning a pair. So that is going to go in overrated. For sparkling water, I'm out on this one. I love water. I don't really drink a lot of different fluids. I'm just a big get your gallon of water in a day guy, but I think sparkling water tastes disgusting. It kind of defeats the whole point of water. I feel like it doesn't hydrate you, just kind of dries you out. If I'm gonna drink something that's sparkling that has some fizz, I'll just go for the soda. So I don't get the appeal of sparkling water at all. I think it sucks. Next, we've got pizza crust. Most everybody loves pizza, and I'm certainly in that camp as well. Definitely my favorite food. It's my go-to cheat meal. I'm a big Domino's guy. Chain pizza gets a bad rep, but I think Domino's is really good. But anyways, I see a lot of people out there that will nibble around the crust, throw that away, give it to their dog, whatever. I think the pizza crust is just as good as the rest of the pizza. So whether it's a thin cut pizza, deep dish, regular, I'm in on the pizza crust. Stop trashing the crust. Next up, we've got dating apps. Used to use Tinder back in like high school, college. Been on Hinge the last couple years. That's been my dating app of choice. I've got this in properly rated. I think a lot of people shit on dating apps, say you can't find love that way. I don't think that's necessarily true, and I think there's a lot of people out there that won't try to meet people in real life and just rely on them. I definitely don't think that's the best way to move either. So yeah, I got it improperly rated. I think it's kind of a numbers game. I think you go on like, let's say for every 4 dates you go on from a dating app, three of them probably you won't see again. It'll be a one-time thing, but that one, you might have something there. So you just gotta. It's about repetitions on the dating apps, I think, and just being patient, being okay with sometimes meeting up with some weirdos. Very passionate about this one. Superhero movies, especially Marvel, but all superhero movies. I'm super out on. Those are going to go in Overrated. I don't like action movies in general, especially the ones where there's like not much of a plot and then you just have like a little play fight for like 10 minutes. It's like this big scene that means nothing for the first 9 minutes and you're like, "All right, how's it going to resolve?" And 99% of the time the good guy comes out on top. And if they don't come out on top in this fight, they're just going to make a new movie and the next movie the good guy will have a nice result. So I just hate the predictability of it and just how like drawn out the fight scenes are. Not a fan of superhero movies. Next up, we've got cold showers, and I realize how completely random this list is, but it's kind of fun that way. So, cold showers. I've got these as underrated. I don't take enough of them, but whenever I do take them, I feel much better. I think when you just put your head under the cold water for a couple minutes, it like really calms your brain down. I used to take them a lot at night just to get me ready to go to sleep, shut the brain off. But I haven't been taking them enough lately, and I guess this is kind of a reminder to myself in a way. I need to start getting back on the cold shower grind a little bit more. Next up, we've got yoga. Now, I'm probably not the best to speak on this because I've only done yoga twice in my life, but I will say I was pleasantly surprised by it. Now, a lot of people, I think, hold yoga very highly, especially women. But I always kind of had a little stigma about it, like yoga's not for dudes. But I had a good time. I kind of increased my flexibility. You do some like core work. There's all different kinds. It can be more like meditative or it can be more workout based. So I like yoga and I need to start doing that more as well, similar to the cold showers. All right, we've got dairy-free milk. I drink milk a decent bit. I never drink glasses of milk, but I put milk in my protein shakes, and I'm a big cereal guy, so milk is a pretty big part of my life. But I go back and forth between just getting the regular gallon of cow milk, usually 2%, or if I get almond milk or one of the other dairy-free options. I think the dairy-free one maybe tastes a smidge better, and some people say it's healthier. I've also heard people say the cow milk is better for you, so I'm not exactly sure. Um, the dairy-free one's a little bit more expensive, so you're weighing that. I've got dairy-free milk rated as properly. Um, some people very anti, some people it's the only milk they drink. So I'm kind of in the middle on this. So drinking at the airport is an interesting one. A lot of people like it. Usually, if you have like one of those lounge passes, you can get free drinks, which is very intriguing. Shout the Capital One Lounge, by the way. It's a good credit card, good travel card. If you want it, I can refer you actually. I wasn't planning on saying that, but um, let me know in the comments if you want a Capital One Venture card. I'll get a free 250 off you. Anyways, drinking in the airport. I'm not a fan of it. If you have like hours to kill, then sure, makes sense. Get a little buzz and then knock out on the plane, maybe. But I don't really see the appeal. I don't want to get messed up and not be able to like move around and talk to people. I don't want to just get drunk and then sit in my uncomfortable chair and probably fall asleep. So I don't really get the appeal. I don't really get the appeal of drinking on the plane either, unless you are close to your destination and you're just going to roll right into drinking or whatever event you're going to do. I wouldn't drink on a plane if it's like nighttime and I'm about to crash at a hotel when I land. All right, meant to slide the drinking at the airport to overrated, but it's there now. Next up, we have having pets. I might catch some slack for this one. I like animals. I like pets. I like being around dogs. I like being around cats. I've had fish. I've had guinea pigs. Pets are cool when you aren't the owner. I have a parent that's taking care of it. My buddy has pets. That's awesome. This is more just a honestly, I should just put responsibility in overrated because that's kind of the summation of my stance here. I just don't want to take care of things more than myself, at least at this point in life. So I'm out on pets. Won't be having any anytime soon. I think my stance might change later in life, but as for now, I'm out on having pets. All right, we've got house parties up next. I like house parties a lot. I would rather go to a house party than go to the bars or the clubs. I think most of my best memories in college on Friday and Saturday nights were at the homie's place, playing drinking games. Um, I don't know. There's so much more space, and yeah, I like doing things when I'm drinking rather than sitting around and talking more so. So I think we need more house parties, more drinking games in our lives as we get older here and stop just kind of um, automatically thinking the bar has to be the play. Next up, we've got coffee, and this is kind of my stance on all caffeine, but not a fan. Don't like the taste of coffee. Don't really feel like I need caffeine. And when I do take caffeine, which is like twice a year maybe, I don't even really notice a difference, which I feel like I should since I use it so rarely. Um, so yeah, I'm just not a coffee guy. I'm just good with water in the morning. So I know most of America will disagree with that, but that's why I've got it as overrated. All right, we got a kind of a weird one here. Listening to others' dreams. This was inspired by Part of My Take I was listening to last week, and they had a draft on things that we don't care about, and listening to others' dreams was on the board. And I definitely disagree. I like to hear what people were dreaming about. I like sharing. The L's getting cut off. There we go. I like sharing my own dreams. I think it's really interesting. And I don't know. I've heard a lot of people over the years say, like, they don't care about whether it's the dream I'm sharing with them or like another one. I don't think people are interested in that, but I am. So underrated. All right, we've got water bottles. So this goes for like Stanley cups, any type of like water bottle you put in the dishwasher, and this also goes for like bottled plastic water. I don't use it really. The plastic water bottles maybe sometimes, but I'd rather a good old-fashioned water fountain than that even. I just like tap water in cups. I don't own a water. I do own a water bottle. I've been gifted a water bottle or two over the years, but I never seem to ever take it anywhere. I'd like to think I'm very proactive about my water consumption. If I know I'm gonna be going on a long run, going on a hike, gonna be out of the house for a while, I'll try to drink as much water as I can before then. I don't like carrying things around, so I think water bottles are very overrated. Here we got frozen dinners. Frozen dinners are just reliable. You just get the job done. You don't want to cook. You don't want to spend a lot of money. You're not looking for anything special out of your frozen dinner. It's not going to change the fate of your evening by any means, but they're not bad. I mean, some of them are kind of bad, but most of them are pretty solid. And it's just a couple bucks. Throw it in the microwave. Super easy. I don't know if I would say this is properly or underrated because I don't really know the general public stance on frozen dinners too much. But I think there's people out there like me that respect them. So I'm going to put it in properly rated. All right, I was going to be done there, but last one, rocks. Most people don't think much of rocks. It's whatever. I love a good rock. Very underrated. Whenever I see a cool one, I pick it up. Sometimes when I'm like on vacation, I'll grab one in my bag, throw it in my bag. It'd be a little bit of a memory of wherever I'm at. They're fun to throw around. Got like just a couple on my desk. I think it's like a good thing to do with your hands when you're just like walking around, like just toss the rock back and forth. So rocks underrated. But that's my list of underrated, properly rated, and overrated for a bunch of random things. Let me know if you liked this. If you strongly agree with anything, strongly disagree. Love to hear it in the comments. So, thank you guys for watching this really random video. Peace.